I'm Heather from booktubes, and today is my reading journal mid-year flip through, and this is my first ever bullet journal of any kind, my first ever reading journal. It does have a little bit of things to do with booktube and reading. There's a couple of life things thrown in there, but it's mostly a reading journal. I definitely know some things that I will change the order of and things like that for next year, but I am really happy with the progress that I've made. This doesn't keep track of all the books I've read. I have Goodreads and booktube for that. As you can see, this is definitely a minimal reading journal. I don't like to have a lot to have to look at or do. I don't want to have a ton of time or expense in my journal. So this is my diversity reading tracker. You can see all the different sections that I did for that. I also have new to me authors and tried and true authors. For next year, I will have first time authors that I'm reading on repeat but I hadn't read before that year, and then longtime favorites. I will have one more section for sure. This is my 2022 TBR, and I am doing pretty well. Not quite as well as I would like to, but okay with it. This is my tracker for the Alona Andrews read-along that I'm doing. We are currently on Hidden Legacy, and this is where I'm at for reading. I just kind of have a little bit of info about it. And this is the only place that these show up. I don't have it in my other reread section. This is my series progress tracker. I don't necessarily read a ton of series. Yellow's before 2022, Orange is in 2022. And this is a no longer interest in the series, DNF. But yeah. This is my library tracker and my Kindle Unlimited tracker. I don't buy very many books, even ebooks, so these are my ratings for those different sections. This is my mood rereads. So these are not rereads that I'm doing for the Alona Andrews read-along or other things like that. This is just by mood. They are all pretty erotic novellas that I've reread so far this year. This is my Days Read tracker. I really like all these different colors to show how much reading got done. I am really happy with that. This is my channel growth. As you can see, it's not growing very much, but that's fine. It's just whatever number it is for that end of the month. This is my subgenres. Whatever I read, some will be an erotic romance and monster romance, but this is just an interesting breakdown of what I've been reading, with the winner far and away being paranormal romance. Then these are tropes. All of these stickers are from 11 Words on Etsy. And honestly, Alpha is what I read the most of. Secret Identity has shocked me with how many I've read. I like Insta-Love. I like Morally Gray, so these are not surprising. But yeah, some of the things you can also see what I really don't gravitate towards and how I haven't read any of them. This is my holiday page. I am shocked that this is empty. Normally I would read New Year's, Valentine's Day, Chinese New Year. I normally read a good amount of holidays, but I've read 0. These are my top videos at the end of every month. So how many views it had at the end of the month that I put it in, and what type of videos those are has been a little bit surprising. These are my top videos of the year and my personal favorites. I'll fill this out at the end of the year. Top 10 books of the year. Favorite novels and novellas of each month. So I'm picking one full length and one novella that I loved each month. This is where I'm at. Length of the book tracker. I will definitely change the colors and the amounts next year, but I have been interested in these results, and the numbers are where I keep track at the end of each month, just so I know if I'm actually up to date or not. Owned ebook tracker. This is how many I read for the year and the rating that I gave them. Physical tracker, same thing. anticipated releases tracker. Always interested to see what I end up rating them after they've been in one of my videos. DNFs. This is diversity, new author, repeat author, possibly paused or loathed entirely. I DNF a lot, although this year has been incredibly slow on DNFs for me. Then I have my manga tracker. Right now I have several series on loan, and so I have them written down even though I haven't started them yet. This is something that I'm really interested in seeing if my ratings do go up the farther I go in a series. Since, as you can see, I have not gone very far in any series. The most I've read of any series is 3 volumes. These are the blank pages that I had to continue filling out different yearly trackers, and I'm really glad because let's see, probably like everything after this, I've added all of this as we've gone on through the year. So happy to have left some blanks. My 2022 goals, whether or not I've achieved them, is color coded. Then we get into the monthly spreads. I really like the simplicity of the blank page and then the header with just a single sticker, and that's what I've been doing. Instagram tracker, to be read, whether or not I read it, how much I liked it, all of those things. The highlights of January, including lots of live shows that I loved. First quarter goals, I would have put this before January if I had thought of it at the time, but I had already done January when I thought to do this. How well I achieved them. February. Instagram, to be read. Did not do great. Lots of those I didn't even pick up. February highlights. February, I started a mood tracker because in January, I had a really bad day where I couldn't stop crying and everything was terrible for no apparent reason. And I thought, well, let me start tracking my mood. I also added goals. March. Instagram tracker. Did very poorly that month. To be read. Did pretty poorly that month. March highlights, including my birthday, my sister's birthday, the fact that she's having another baby. It was a good month. Mood tracker, goals, how well I accomplished it. I love this system. Second quarter goals, how well I'm doing. April. Instagram tracker, TBR. I did a little bit better. Dark Romance Readathon, which I hosted. I was really happy with this spread. April highlights. Mood tracker, goals. I had a lot of goals and I didn't do very well. May. Instagram, to be read. This is one of my favorites that I did all of these floral stickers. This is all from Paper Minty Studio. The Mafia Readathon, the Asian Readathon, TBRs and accomplishments. May highlights. Mood tracker, I love this one. Goals. 48-hour Bookopoly Readathon. I lost power during this readathon, so it didn't go quite as planned. June. Here I condensed because I did kind of count pages and realized I needed to condense if I didn't want to run out of room. So I've got Instagram and mood tracker on one page, to be read on the next, including the Queer Romance Readathon. I just have it on the TBR rather than its own separate spread. Highlights I condensed down to this one page, and goals, which I'm not doing great on, but we're gonna try. Then we're into blank monthly spreads for the rest of the year. The last thing that I have is my color index for my highlighters, my colored pencils, and my watercolor markers. This is, I think, a crucial part of anything because the color on the side of the instrument is not the color that you're getting on page, and it can be really helpful to have this to know what you're going to get when you're trying to do a spread. Also, this is just a reminder of what color I have for what star rating, especially at the beginning when I couldn't remember. So that's it. That is my entire reading journal. I love it. I know so many things I'll be doing different, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.